I'm here. Oh man, I dropped that daggone earring. Okay, I got my new earrings on. Hey chat, should I put my? I think I should put my headset on. Hold on. Oh, I can't. I got my earrings in. All right, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, everybody. Hi. Hi. How are you? Oh, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mama Day. I guess I could say I'm a mother, right? Believe it or not, guys, you know how I always talk about if I get a cat, it will be black. I am happy to let you guys know that I have a stray cat that's all black that I feed every night. I'm punishing him today. Okay. He's a typical black cat. I'm punishing him today because I want, I put his food on top of the back of my the hood of my car, and he knocks it over so he can eat it on the ground. So I punished him by putting a big old fat rock in the middle in the middle of the plate. It's a what do you call that? Aluminum. It's aluminum plate, and I put it in there, and so what he does, and I got it on camera, and I would show it, but it'll dox this house as if it ain't been doxed before. You know what a little badass cat would do? He would take his little paw and he would scooch the food out of the plate onto the ground so he can eat off the ground. So I punished him today and I said, you know what? Find your own food tonight. You're not getting no more food till tomorrow. All right. I'm teaching you a lesson. You're going to get taught a lesson. I said, you're not going to bite that hand that feeds you. I want to see you eat. Because see, what happens is, and the reason, like, if he's not on, if I don't have him on the back of my hood and he's on the ground, I can't see him because the motion detector ignores animals except when it's on the car. Okay, I'm mean. I'm sorry. I'm just a mean person. I can't help it. Someone don't be mean to the cat. Have you met me? Hello, how are you doing? Have you met me? Have you met me? So no, no, he gets no food today. He's a wild cat. I'm sure he goes. Listen, let me tell you something. That cat has a beautiful coat. A beautiful coat. Beautiful coat. It ain't skinny. It ain't scrawny. Trust me. I can't be the only food source it has. I'm just a consistent food source. Cause I got uh what do you call it? I got camera footage of the cat, and it looks so beautiful. Like, and it has these big, bright yellow eyes. Just it's absolutely a gorgeous cat. Oh, a gorgeous cat. And no, he's going to get punished today. I'm not feeding him today. He's going to go find food elsewhere today. You haven't met me only through your channel. Well, I'm mean. I'm a very mean person. Well, I probably don't even look. If you look in the comments section, and I get it. I get it. In the comment section, I'm a little both. I'm nice and then I'm mean. Like if somebody like I got mean with a white savior yesterday, cussed him out in my comment section. You know, that big old crazy looking ratchet statue that they made of an obese. You gotta say y'all don't say obese correctly. You gotta say you gotta put emphasis on the east. When you say obese, put obese. Obese people don't really like that. Did you know that? Boom! Headshot. They don't like that. They don't like when you say obese like this. Obese. They hate it, dude. They hate it. But anyway, he said white, by the way, because that's very important. He said that the statue is okay. He doesn't have a problem with the statue. That the woman is pretty. She said his only complaint is she could have picked another. He could have picked another shirt. And I got in his ass. And you can only do so much in a comment. Y'all stop thinking I'm deleting your comment. If I Even if I ban you, your comment's not deleted. What YouTube does, if you ban someone, hey Jinx, am I in Texas? No, I was gonna move in. I was gonna move to Texas, and a good tater of mine bought me a whole bunch of shirts for Texas. I was gonna move to Frisco, the place with the low crime. But it didn't work out that way. It didn't work out at all. I'm supposed to be in Georgia. I think my ancestors are keeping me here, and I'm talking about my white and my black ancestors. We got more than one race of ancestors, black folks. If you are descendant of slaves, you are not 100% African. That's why we don't look like them. When people come from Africa, we look nothing like them because we have a lot of other races in ourselves, and I don't know why it is we forget the white part of ourselves, or even maybe even some Asian. Some I don't know. I don't have any Asian in me whatsoever, but I got everything else. So, but anyway, I think my ancestors are like, no, we got you from D.C. down here. Okay, we got you down here, and basically we're not we don't want y'all to leave. We don't want you to leave. We don't want you to leave Georgia. Okay. Yeah, isn't it something, Ray? Isn't it something, Ray? I call myself a rooftop Korean, but I have not 1 ounce of Korean in me. But I could be anything I want to, according to the left. All I got to do is identify as it. That's what I was told. All I have to do is just close my eyes, tighten my fishes, say, I am a Korean. I am a Korean. That's all I gotta do. That's all it takes. That's all it takes is that. You know what I'm saying? You're in Hill County. I don't know where that is. Oh, wait a minute. You said Hill Country. Hill Country. I don't know where that is either. Okay. All right, listen. I'm not going to do like I did on the last live stream. I am going to go through this, and we're going to play the I I can be bought game. So I'm going to go through all of the news that we have. I welcome and encourage donations, super chats, gift memberships. You can also donate by clicking on the link at the top, and that takes you to Kickbot. It takes you to Kickbot. It takes you to Stream Elements. There you can make a donation. It helps me out a lot. I'm not chasing the algorithm anymore. Although somebody gave me some good news. The video I did on the statue was in the top page recommended. So yay! So that was it's just the videos are hit and miss, but because of the tariffs, the AdSense revenue is going down big time. So there's that. But I have a Patreon also. Those of you who was like, well, you don't never advertise your Patreon. I would like to join your Patreon. Okay, all of that information is in the description below. So let's get down to it, and let's see if we can get this done in an hour. And if you would like me to stay longer, donations are welcomed. Okay, this is evil. This is what evil looks like. This is what happens when you attack someone by showing a severed head, bloodied. Sorry, I missed the most important part. When you show a bloodied, severed head and you attack the president of the United States, who you used to be friends with, by the way. You used to be friends with this man, and now you look like this. Evil, honey. This is a different type of evil, okay? This is the evil that, although lives a little longer, it just still deteriorates just the same. Okay? So this is what evil looks like. And her Rosie O'Donnell looks terrible too. It's like these women who have attacked Trump don't age well. They age really, really, really badly. They look terrible, don't they? I'm just saying, like, oh God. Okay, so let's move off of her. But let me see. Ah! Why come out in public like this, dude? What? Like, seriously, why come out in public like this? I don't understand it. All right, let's move on off of that. All right, real quick news that I think a lot of you all will be very happy is that President Trump announced he will sign an executive order to reduce pharmaceutical prices by 30 to 80% almost immediately. So y'all know I'm not a fan of pharmaceutical, a big pharma. I'm not a fan of this. However, I know it's needed for a lot of you all, not a lot of you, but from some of you all, and maybe also for most of our family members. However, I do know that because of the games that the insurance companies play, that this is a very, very important thing for them. So with that being said, I think this is a good thing for them. Okay, I think this is a good thing for those who are having their insurance companies tell them that they only going to pay like 30% or 20%, if at all, for their medication. And so here we go. This is going to drive it down drastically. This I've learned about. Although I'm not a fan of medication unless it's like life-saving or it's absolutely needed. Excuse me. Especially if you're about to die. Okay. But with that being said, I realized the importance of having affordable medication when I went on my second cruise. My first cruise I ever went on, I think it was to the Caribbean, right? I think it was to Jamaica and then another Caribbean island. My second cruise was in Cozumel. I think, am I saying that name right? Cozumel, Mexico. And a medication I have to take cost me $450 a month. What? The generic doesn't come out until 2028. Damn. Okay, so when I was on my okay, I said it correctly. Okay, thank you, Nina. When I was on my second cruise ever in my life, because I remember these two cruises. Actually, I remember my first three cruises. Okay, so we went to Cozumel, and like a couple of hours before we was about to dock, I was on the deck, around a whole bunch of senior citizens. I ain't know where they came from, right? But I was over there by myself. I told y'all, back in the day, when I used to travel by myself, I was never by myself. You know what I'm saying? I was always befriended by people who felt sorry for me. I don't know why they felt sorry for me. Hold on, let me fix my webcam. Anyway, so when we were sitting there, a bunch of the elders were around me, and they were talking about something. So they were talking about medication, right? They were talking about medication, and they was like, they said, "Well, young lady, what medication do you got to get what medication do you got to get filled?" And I said, "Huh?" He was like, oh, you probably too young to be getting something like that. Old folks got to get our medication filled. And I said, okay. And then one of the elder ladies like, Charles, she don't know what you talking about, sweetie. We're all waiting for us to dock at the Cozumel so we can get our prescription filled. And I said, why? Why are you doing it? He's like, oh, you just don't know. And they educated me. They educated me that they told me how they work it, how the cruise line is okay with it, how TSA it just turns a blind eye to it as they should. And so they were saying that what they do is that this is herb by the way. Pretend this is medication, right? So they bring their empty bottles. And if you're taking an inhaler or if you're taking eye drops, you bring an empty box. Or if not the inhaler or the little droplets too, right? You bring that with you and then you go to the pharmacist in Mexico and you put it on the counter and you show them the medication that you want to have filled. And what they do is they look at it and then they go into the back and they get the equivalent to that, if not the generic version of that, and they put it on the counter and you pay for it with American dollars, not pesos. You pay for it with American dollars. And then you get to leave with it. And then you have your medication. And I did not know that this was a thing. By the way, this was back in, I did this happened during the mid 2000s. This happened in the mid 2000s. We're talking about 2005, 2006, when I was going constantly on cruises and cruises and cruises. I was constantly going on cruises. And so, and that's when I started having sympathy, because prior to then, I didn't have sympathy for medication. I was like, all these side effects it's all it's doing is suppressing the symptoms, it's not curing you, blah, blah, blah. But once I realized that these elders were dependent upon it, their life was dependent upon it. A lot of them had some problems that the medication could help. My heart began to soften to it. So now when I see this, although this is not my bag, I think this is something that's very good that Trump is doing by reducing this. So with that being said, you may want to check the prices, give it about a week or two for it to kick in, and then go ahead and check it out. All right, here we go. All right. I'm in love with the cocoa. I got it on the low. I'm in love with the cocoa. Macron got some sugar booger. He got caught, dude. He got caught with the cocoa. All right. And I said, hold on. This is me. This is what I want to know. How bold are these politicians to sit up here and take white gal. No, they call it white girl, right? You take the white girl, the sugar booger, the nose candy in front of other politicians. So here is, let me show you what you're looking at. Somebody else showed it too, right? I'm in the way. Hold on. So there's another picture that shows that this is a nose spoon. Is that what that's called? It's a nose spoon where you take it and you take the bag of cocoa and you dip it in. You know what? I have so much sinuses. There's no way I could take some cocoa. I could never take white lady, right? I couldn't take it. Hold on though. Let me see if I can find where you can see the. Well, hold on. Let me show you this first. Let me show you where a camera comes in. We got the full video right here. But I gotta show you where they enlarged the cocaine spoon. Let me see if you guys saying that's what that's called. It's a tooting spoon. Okay, it's a tooting spoon. Yeah, I see that old ugly ass flag, that Ukrainian flag. Slava Russi. Hold on. So let's see. What? How do I do this? Oh, here we go.
Yeah. It will be a lower to drink. Yeah.
So he has the spoon. Oh, Stormer came in there and messed up their cocoa party. Okay, hold on a second. But we got the full video. I just want to the spoon is here. So watch him take the spoon. And then you see Macron, tiny little Napoleon, take the cocoa bag away.
Yeah. So it will be a lower to drink.
See? He grabbed it. And you see he grabbed the spoon. Did you guys see that? Okay, you did see it. Okay, so he grabbed the spoon and Macron's about to grab the bag of cocoa.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw you. We saw you. He like, you didn't see anything. Poo poo, boom, no. You see nothing. You see, I am a Jedi. I'm a French Jedi. Croissants, cream pere, effatawa. Okay, let me see if we can find it. Macron. Let's see, Macron. Let me see. Let me go. I'm in love with the cocoa. Here we go. Is this it? There we go. So is this? Is it really? There you go. So it's enlarged now. Can you see it, guys? So somebody that don't look like, oh, maybe because it's a different color.
The photo on Ancestry. Yeah. So it will be a lower to drink. Yeah.
We synced you.
The photo on Ancestry. Yeah. So it will be a lower to drink. Yeah. Super. Yeah.
Now watch, he's gonna put it in his pocket.
On va bien.
Ah! Let me tell you something. Hold on. Who here takes cocaine? Please raise your hand so I can judge you. I'm sorry, dude. It's something about people who take certain drugs. I'm like, Oh, it's called a bump spoon. It's called only during final weeks. Hold on, Native Patriot. Hold on, I'm gonna judge you for a second. Hold on. So I judge, yeah. Okay, that's why I'm not a Christian. So I can look at you all and go, ooh, 3 men and a bag of white powder. Notice how Macron sneakily and deftly swipes it out of the camera's view. The German Chancellor Merz. Oh, that's not Merz. That's that's Merz. Merz takes care of the spoon. Can't have people thinking that they're plotting strategy while doing cool together. Okay, so here's the entire video.
It's a long walk. I'll be back in Poland.
And through my bathroom, huh?
Yeah?
It's literally. We came through Germany, and then we made it to France.
German bedroom and
we got through the border.
Right.
The photo on Ancestry. Yeah. So it will be a lower to drink.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
On va bien.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Can you? Maybe I'm ignorant about drugs, and that's possible. because I judge you when you take it. Okay, like the native patriot. There's no excuse for it. But can you live a long time? Like how the can y'all tell me the oldest living cokehead? I do know marijuana is not gonna stunt your lifespan, right? It does do something to your brain, but it doesn't like lessen your lifespan. You cannot tell me that people can live a long, live in an elder. Well, hmm, this guy is old, right? Mertz. How old is Mertz? Hold on. I don't even know what his full name is. That's how much. That's how much I don't care about Germany anymore, dude. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm about to get his age in a minute. Come on, come on, come on. What is his age? Hold on. Did I? They won't tell me. Okay, he was born in 1955. Uh-oh. That means he's 60? Chat. Is my math off? He's 60. He's 69. He's he's 69. He's 70 years old. Wow, he's 70 years old and still doing cocoa, cocoa. Well, I guess that just I just answered my own question. You have a 70-year-old cokehead. He's 69. It's not November yet. Oh my God, dude. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Yeah, you are. He was born at 64. I thought it said 65. So considering so many of these people die in their 30s, that I know. You mean to tell me that you have more of a chance of surviving off of cocoa than like eating a whole bunch of McDonald's and hot fries, Doritos, cakes, and all this? Like what? He's 69 years old and he's doing sugar booger. 60, 69. Okay, moving on. Wow. Anyway, so Macron got caught with sugar booger. That's that. Um, I I don't know what to say about. There has been an uptick of, and I'm glad they're getting punished. There has been an uptick of female PDF files, um, SAing children, and it started a lot. I noticed it a lot in high school where you had a lot of these female high school teachers having relations with these boys, them high school boys, but to a child in elementary school, that's a different type of wickedness. And so I'm glad she's going to jail for 30 years. Um, but I want to know why they punished her the most than a lot of other women and men I've seen. Because I can't say men, because I've seen some women PDF files that have got a home. They have been a home like no, what is it called? Home arrest, or they served their time but they on 5-year probation, like really light sentences. And I've seen some men have their sentences removed, just like time served, and that's that, right? House arrest. Thank you. House arrest. So I'm sitting here saying, like, what in the world? But you know what? For her to get 30 years, and I said she deserved every last bit of it. The children were 11 and 12 years old. Okay. But these children she went after, they have to be children of very important people. Very, 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 very important people. Do we have a video of her? I agree with this 100%. Let me see. Former California Teacher of the Year. So she was named Teacher of the Year. Jacqueline Ma sobbed in court as she pleaded guilty to having SA'd with SA2 students aged 11 and 12. She faces 30 years to life in prison. And I think this is the video of her doing that. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I thought children was a delicacy. Too soon?
I am speaking today because I am guilty of my crimes. I am deeply ashamed of my actions and the harm that I inflicted. Every parent wants their child's teacher to build up their child. I am speaking today.
Why do they? Oh! I hate this. I hate bad clippers. I hate bad clippers. I really do. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find this on YouTube. I hate bad clippers. Why would you do this so soon? Let me see if we can find it on YouTube chat. I'm so mad about this. I'm so mad. They clipped that. Okay, here we go. All right. Wait a minute. What is this? Okay.
Marcelo, that's right. Jacqueline Ma was sentenced today to 30 years to life in prison. She cried the entire time as she confessed to the crimes in the courtroom of forcing two young boys into adulthood.
I'm speaking today because I am guilty of my crimes. I am deeply ashamed of my actions and the harm that I inflicted.
In an emotional statement to the courtroom today, Jacqueline Ma confessed to sexually abusing two young boys.
I ripped away their childhoods. Instead of following the path of what a teacher should be, I let my selfishness override the boys' best interests. I'm so sorry.
Ma, who was named one of San Diego County's Teachers of the Year in 2022, was arrested in March of 2023 on allegations that she groomed two boys, aged 12 and 11 at the time of the abuse, and entered into a sexual relationship with one of them and tried to with the other.
Boys this age should be playing outside, feeling carefree, and enjoying their last few years of childhood. And instead, I thrusted them into adulthood.
Police were first alerted after the mother of one of the victims reported finding messages between her son and Ma. The boys had no social media, but Ma was still able to communicate with them through tablets they were given at school.
Good mother. Good mother. Be nosy. Uh-oh. Did somebody give me some money? Hold on a second. Who is this? Gary, California money. We love California money over here. Thank you for your Canadian $27. Well, I'll say $28. Thank you for your Canadian $28, Gary. Did you see me put you on the TV? Did you see me put you in your video? Your laugh is so funny. My I wouldn't love to watch my Mr. Bean or Trailer Park Boys. The Trailer Park Boys. Really? Really? Thank you for your Canadian money there, Gary. By the way, guys, you can donate through Kick Chat and the stream elements pinned at the top of Kick Chat as well as YouTube Chat. And you can also donate through Super Chats as well as give gift subs. It's always welcome. I appreciate it. Listen, those of you who have daughters and sons, well, excuse me, those of you who have children, be nosy. I am so proud of this mother because she went through her son's iPad. She literally went through it. And you have to, because if these boys, even though these boys didn't have social media, you still got predators to find some kind of way to get through to the boys or even girls. I'm not going to sit up here and say this doesn't happen to both genders. It happens to both, right? But like, parents cannot not be nosy enough. You have to be nosy. You have to like be to the point where, and it's good for your children. Let me tell you why it's good for your child. Because they want to get the hell out your house. If you keep going through their stuff, they're going to feel like they ain't got no privacy. And you go, well, there's one way you can get your privacy. You can get out and move on and have your own place. Listen, my father was so strict. I couldn't wait to get the hell out of his house. Okay? I couldn't wait. I could not wait. I don't understand how people can live with their parents only because their parents are making it comfortable. It was never comfortable living with my dad and my stepmom. It was never comfortable. So I couldn't wait to get the hell out of there.
But Ma was still able to communicate with them through tablets they were given at school and through a messaging app in a video game. The prosecution says this case is a reminder to all parents to monitor your child's internet habits.
Just to continue to be vigilant that no space on the internet is safe for children.
Ma is eligible for parole after 30 years served. Now, the victims and their families were not in the courtroom today. However, one of the victims' mothers did pass along a message through the prosecutor. She said that she cannot believe that she ever trusted Ma and that she is otherwise speechless. Ma must now register as a sex offender. Reporting live in Chula Vista.
Good. She should, though. She should. Just because she's a woman, like it's like the women are getting more bolder now. They're getting to the point where they're like, first of all, I'm sorry. You have to be mentally deranged to find young children, even if they're teenagers, excuse me, to find them attractive. Okay? There's a one of our neighbors, this woman is straight up in her late 60s. Look good though. She look good. She look good. She is walking around to sometimes we have neighborhood parties at the community center and stuff like that. And honey, she got herself this young 22 or 23-year-old guy. What do you, if it ain't, okay, if they were using, if it's a sexual thing, I can understand. But to literally be in a serious relationship, how? How? You're 2 generations away from him. What are y'all gonna talk about? What are you talking about? What? You're not gonna understand memes the way he's gonna think. It's like, what? How? 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 The conversation, like, and also she does the thing that older women do when they get younger guys. She tends to correct him and talk to him condescendingly. So I looked at him. I said, yeah, that guy's gonna end up getting some sweet young thing on the side. Okay. When her pockets dry up, she swears she's not the sugar mama. She's like, no. He pays for our dinners when we go out to eat. Okay, he buys me gifts. But then again, she failed to realize that she brought his ass a car.
Boom! Headshot!
You bought him a $54,000 car, but you want to talk about how he buy you dinner, okay? He buy you gifts. Did it even equate to $54,000? Ha! Are you serious? You can't. I swear these people think I'm stupid. They literally think I'm dumb. Okay, you buy him a $54,000 car and want to sit up here and brag about how when y'all go to dinner he pays for it. Like wow, nice bragging rights. Okay, hold on a second. All right, let me get back to this. All right, all right, guys. Texas hosts 402-acre Sharia law linked Muslim community development amid multiple criminal investigations. Congratulations there, Texas. Y'all finally waking up. Hmm? You're finally waking up. You're finally realizing that, hey, we need to do something about the Sharia. We need to do something about the Sharia. Like what? Okay, let's look at this. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Okay, you can. All right, let's read this for a second. Governor Greg Abbott announced that all construction activities related to the proposed Epic City development. Now, this is Epic City 2.0. Epic City 2.0, not the first Epic City that has been functioning for 12 years. Okay. Epic City 2.0 development near Josephine, Texas, have been halted. The actions follows the initiation of multiple state-level investigation into the project, including criminal inquiries. Quote, Texas has halted in any construction of Epic City. There is no construction taking place. Governor Abbott said on Sunday, the state of Texas has launched about a half a dozen investigations into the project. That includes criminal investigation. Abbott continued, and the U.S. Department of Justice is also investigating the matter, and similar matters are taken very seriously, and actions are being taken to address all concerns. The proposed Epic City, a 402-acre development spearheaded by the East Plano Islamic Center, which is what they call Epic, and it's for-profit entity. Community Capital Partners aims to establish a master plan community featuring residential housing, educational institutions, senior living facilities, and recreational amenities. I think we've seen this, right? We've seen this video, right?
402 acres of beautiful scenery. Welcome to the future of living. Welcome to Epic City. Nestled in the heart of Josephine, Texas. It is about 20 miles and 20 minutes from Epic.
Allahu Akbar.
No. Okay. Not my ears, honey. Not my ears. Not my ears. So, congratulations. Oh, let me see. Is there anything else I need to read? Okay. Governor Abbott and the state of Texas continue to take action to uphold the rule of law and defend Texas community from any threats posed by Epic. Texas Rangers are investigating Epic and affiliated entities for potential criminal activities. Texas Workforce Commission is investigating Epic and affiliated entities for potential discrimination in violation of the Texas Fair Housing Act. Facts! You could have got them not a long time ago. Somebody said, you ain't no Muslim. You can't get a house. That's discrimination. Texas State Security Board is investigating Epic and affiliated entities for potential financial harm to Texas. Texas Funeral Service Commission sent a cease and desist letter ordering Epic to immediately stop all illegal funeral service Operation. Ew. Now, the reason I said ew is because Muslims don't believe in embalming. I don't know if y'all know that. They don't believe in having an all-woman mortuary. Ladies and gentlemen, fathers, uncles, husbands, if your wife, excuse me, if your wife, daughter, sister, even mama or auntie, if they look fine as hell, don't send them to an all-female mortuary. Thank me later. Send them to an all-female funeral home. And if any woman wants to get generation wealth, any woman wants generation wealth, start a funeral business. They don't even have enough. Look, the all women funeral business they have in Georgia, they are filled to capacity. They are literally on a wait list. And let me tell you something. Some people actually like have the keep the body frozen until it can get to the all female funeral homes. Now, I don't know if that's the case in all other states, but I do know that's the case in Georgia. So if you ladies, when I tell you, if you're looking for generational wealth, and here's the good news. I ain't got the stomach for it, okay? Me and dead bodies, I had enough of them when I was a police officer. Here's the deal. If you understand that certain business loans, especially in this economy, that you have to go through a lot, this is, again, if they know that you're opening as an all-female funeral home business, you are guaranteed a business loan because they know they're going to get their money back. That is a loan. They're like, y'all all women? You opening an all-women funeral business? A mortuary? What? How much you need, honey? How soon you need that money? They know they're going to get that money back. Quickness. Okay. Attorney General in Texas is investigating Epic and affiliated entities for potential violations of Texas consumer protection laws. Last week, the governor announced that a dozen state agencies are investigating potential illegal activities conducted by Epic and its affiliated entities. So this is really good. Thank you, Texas, for waking up. Appreciate it. Real quick, because this bothers me a lot too. DeSantis is awesome. I love DeSantis. But once again, I do believe, I could be wrong, but over here on the East Coast, Florida was the first to initiate constitutional carry. And then the rest of the states like Georgia and I think Kakalaki follow suit, right? So DeSantis tend to lead the charge. And I don't care if y'all don't like DeSantis. I'm a DeSantis stan. Are we clear? I'm a DeSantis stan. Okay. Now, I always found it crazy that if you are delinquent on your property taxes, that the state that your property tax, the state that you pay your property tax in will take your house. So here's what's crazy. And this is, okay, I hate that I have to pay school tax. Why do I gotta pay some damn school tax? And if you want to know what's the highest tax on this house, it's the school tax. The school tax is on property tax is ridiculous. Now, here's the deal. I want you to know, guys, if you own a $200,000 house and you're supposed to pay $4,000 of property taxes, if you're delinquent in paying your $4,000, they get to take your house. They literally get to seize your house and then auction your house to get their $4,000 back. But then you got very, very smart real estate agents and people with a lot of money that will bid high on that $200,000 house. So they're selling a $200,000 house, and they'll start the bid at $80,000. And if nobody takes it, they'll lower it. But people won't always take $80,000. They're like, they'll raise their hand because I've been to several one of these things, right? So the house will go, a $200,000 house will go for $120,000, right? So they sold a $200,000 house for $120,000 at a a county auction, a tax auction. I think that's what they're called, right? And what the county does is they take their $4,000 plus legal fees out of that $120,000, and you get to keep a $120,000 house, which I think is crazy. That you would lose your house. That's way value. Why not take like an equity loan or something out on a house? I don't understand. Like, you lose your house if you don't pay property tax. So when people sit up here, because the narrative is lost on a lot of people who don't understand how this works. People are talking about China is buying up all the houses in certain areas like in Michigan and Wisconsin. No. Tell the whole truth. Tell the whole truth. They're not taking it away from other people. They are doing what anybody else who got a lot of money. You gotta have cash, because that's another thing. You can't take a loan to get these houses. You have to have cash on demand. So if you buy a house, if you go to an auction and the auction house is $120 and an $80,000 house, and you get it for $120,000, you got 3 days to give them that $120,000 in cash. You got 3 days, so it's going back on the market. China has that money, and they go ahead and pay it. So they get the best house. They do the research on these houses, and then they go ahead and pay for it in cash. That's how they get in these houses. Okay. So now that you understand how the property tax thing works, understand that even if we own our house outright, it still doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the state. Because anytime you have no mortgage, but if you don't pay your property tax, you lose your home. I think that's ridiculous. I literally think that's ridiculous. But let's listen to DeSantis, because those of you who are in Florida, one of the best governors you have ever had in your life is going to see about getting rid of property taxes.
Level ongoing tax base.
No, you should own your property free and clear. I think to say that someone that's been in their house for 35 years just has to keep ponying up money, that is not. You don't own your home if that's the case. So yes, of course, I'd like to see people be able to owe free and clear. And it's interesting because it's like if I go to Best Buy and buy a flat screen TV and put it on the wall, I got to pay a sales tax on it, right? But I don't keep paying tax on it every year. I mean, it's just that's not how we do things. It's like, okay, if you're going to tax something, you tax it at the transaction and then let people actually enjoy their private property free and clear of the government. So that, I think, is the vision. That's the philosophical insight. And if you think about our founding fathers, when they were proposing the Constitution, in one of the Federalist Papers, I think it was Hamilton, he's writing about, because, there was opposition to the Constitution. They were making a more powerful federal government than under the Articles of Confederation, and people worried about taxation. And they didn't have, obviously, a 16th Amendment, which eventually came on income tax, but basically you were not effectively allowed to do any direct taxation. It had to be indirect, meaning you couldn't just, you could theoretically just apply like a tax on land federally, but it'd have to be a portion among the states, so practically it could never work. So basically, Hamilton's saying, look, the indirect taxes are the most effective, efficient way to raise revenue for the government, because they basically allow the individual to choose how much tax they want to pay based on how much they're consuming. And there's a security, there's a protection against excessive tax in that regard, because if the government raises consumption tax too much, it kills the golden goose, because then it causes people to stop purchasing as much. But he said taxing property is one of the worst forms of taxation. People don't have a choice in the matter, and you're just basically drilling these folks over and over again on tax. And so it's an issue that I think's pinched a lot of people, but philosophically it was not the way that that the federal government was constructed. Now I understand local, there was a history of it, and that's kind of been the norm. But man, I mean, you talk about family of four having the median home price that is purchased in Florida. You know, that's a pretty hefty tax bill right there when you come in after buying a home. When you consider what the average income is throughout the United States of America, the math just doesn't add up. And I think that's why people want relief.
Love this man. I will be more willing to pay property tax if you get rid of that damn school taxes. Okay? You get rid of the school taxes, then there's that. Okay? So, yeah. All right? I want you all to understand that I don't have kids. Why the hell? Thank you, Son Dormant. Apparently, he must have did. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm so glad you're here. Get that inbred out my chat. Anyway, so the thing about it is that I don't want to pay like I said, the most I'm paying for in property tax is the school tax. I don't got kids. I shouldn't be daggone paying for no damn property taxes. I mean, school taxes. I'll pay, listen, and I'm just being very fair. Hey, Randall, I'm being very fair. I have no problem paying for the property tax that's going to help fund the police, the fire department, and also make sure that the pipelines are fixed that bring water to this house, as well as electricity and all that other jazz, right? I don't have no problem with that. I got a problem with paying for a school, a crappy school system, and I ain't got no kids. I shouldn't be forced to pay for no damn school system that I don't support. I don't even support the school system that they have today. Okay, so yeah, it's like these are the things that Trump should be focusing on too. You know, really should be focusing on stuff like this. But DeSantis is the man. And be prepared for me when it comes to the election time. Y'all go ahead and get ready to get mad. The hell with J.D. Vance. I don't like J.D. Vance. Stay mad. If J.D. Vance is going to run for president of when is the next one again? 2028. I'm going with my boy DeSantis. Stay mad. Stay mad. I don't care. All right, let's move on. Oh man, it's already an hour. Hold on. I gotta get rid of some stuff here. If it's only an hour. What is this? Ugh, no. I ain't got time for this one. Okay, let's see. So check this out. So they arrested the mayor, but turns out that there's a representative that should have been arrested too. Now she's a black woman. So the chances of her getting arrested is slim to never, just like Jasmine Ratchet. Jasmine Ratchet she literally scratched the man, literally pushed him, and she assaulted him, and she still hasn't been charged. Black privilege, especially if you were women. Department of Homeland Security drops receipts after Democrat representative claims nothing happened when they tried to storm Newark ICE facility. So there's video to prove otherwise. What is this? Wow, look at all these. Okay. All right, let's look at, I guess we're gonna look at this one first.
But there's no reason for it. Nothing happened other than the chaos that they created themselves. If anything, we were pushed and shoved and found in a very vulnerable situation for the three of us. But there's no reason for it. Nothing happened other than the.
Okay. All right. And here's where they show video footage of something did happen. It said, let's check. Okay, so this is Homeland Security saying, let's check the tape. Representative Bonnie claims nothing happened. Let's check the tape there, chat. Let me enlarge it a little bit. All right, here we go. What happened? What happened? How do you let this woman do that to you? How do you let some woman push you like this? What's going on with these people in law enforcement letting other people push them like this? This is absolutely crazy. Look at this. So then she hit him. You see that? She hit him with a closed fist. They're so oblivious to it. It's like y'all don't feel that? Y'all don't feel this woman pushing you inside? Like y'all don't feel that? Let me tell y'all something. True story. We had to go to a football game at a high school and because there was a big clash between opposing teams, and the visiting team came to the home team, which was in my jurisdiction, and there was like fights on top of fights, right? So there was a girl fight, all right? And you know how girls do. They do the windmill and then they pull each other's hair, right? So we're in the process of pulling them off of each other's hair, trying to let go of the hair, let go of the hair, let go of the hair. I feel a tiny hit. I felt it. And when I say I felt it, because I have a bulletproof vest on. By the way, the bulletproof vest I had and still have to this day, because they don't make them like that anymore, is thicker than what they have today. And I felt that fist. And when I felt that fist, I turned around and I saw that little girl. And she looked like she was about to hit me again. I grabbed her by her neck and I said, hit me again, and I'll put your ass in the goddamn hospital. And I threw her down. By the way, policing was different. Policing was different back then. And I threw her to the ground. And I proceeded to go back and get the two banshees to stop pulling each other's hair so we can get them together. Like, you're not going to touch me, because it's like, if I because I'm going to tell you how this works. Let me tell you how this works. When they see one person get away with hitting someone of authority, then they go, oh, he didn't do anything. Oh, she didn't do anything. So let me try. These people, when I'm talking about the people, I'm talking about the blacks. They love to do the gang on, the pile on. All right. They love to just pounce with more than one person. These people don't like no one-on-one fights. They love to just posse up. And since I come from the hood, I understand about the posse up mentality. So you got to check them as soon as they violate you. If you don't, then you're going to have another one hit you and another one. Next thing you know, they all going to get together. All the women and sometimes the guys are going to get together and start beating up on. That's the most dangerous position you could ever put yourself in law enforcement. The most dangerous. Because if they feel like if you did not fight yourself or defend yourself against one person, you definitely ain't going to do it against 2 or 3 or 4 or 7. So the fact that that officer let her hit her like that, I will, child, child. Oh no, oh no. Okay, now let's talk about. Do I want to? There was something else I want to talk about. Anyway, let me because I ain't got that much. I'm about to go. I'm gonna do the Amber Heard last thing here, Amber Heard, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So, Amber Heard has twins, and whenever you see a woman this age have twins, this was done through IVF. And how many of you want to bet that this is Elon's children? Okay, Elon loves to make all these women single baby mamas. And since Amber Heard is like, ain't nobody gonna want me after Johnny Depp, Elon like, I'll put a baby in you. You can have one of my many babies. This man loves making single baby mamas and dysfunctional children. As a matter of fact, would you like to see one of the dysfunctional child? Hold on. I know I saved it. Please tell me. Hold on, hold on. Oh my God. Please tell me I didn't save that. I didn't say that. Hold on a second, chat. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on, 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 hold on. Hold on. I could have sworn I could have sworn, and that's possible I didn't. Wait a minute. I wanted to show you. Hold on. Let me see. Messages. Oh, I did save it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. All right. All right. Hold on a second. So I want to show you what happens to your children when you neglect them, and because you're too busy making other children that need their father. So let me show you what happens, right? Okay. All right. Here we go. This is Elon's biological son who has transitioned to a female. And this person want to show you the moves. What is the purpose of increasing the white race if you're going to produce this? Elon keeps talking about the human race is on a decline and we need to increase the human race. By the way, no. The human race is not on decline. The white race is on decline. And so I'm all for you all increasing your numbers. But when you do something, when you increase the numbers by a man who's not going to be there to nurture his children, all of the kids that he's producing, you are going to produce children that are going to, like, yeah, you got the numbers, but you're also going to produce children that are not going to pass on children of their own. Do you think this person is going to have kids? Huh? You think you're going to get grandchildren? So what was the purpose of producing an extra person? And you're not there you were not there during their times when they need them. And this is what I'm talking about, when these men, and by the way, women, you're the ultimate blame. Don't think I'm gonna take the responsibility from you, cause you're the one who opened your legs to these idiots.
Boom! Headshot!
You're like, I have your baby, I have your baby, Elon, I have your baby. Then all of a sudden, your child needs a male guardianship. No, excuse me, male guidance that he can't get from a woman. When little boys and little girls need this, they need their fathers, or they need a father figure. They need that. And if you don't give it to them, then they'll have mental issues, they'll have problems, and now and that will bite you in the ass as later on. So now what? If these two children, I can't even keep up with. Hold on. So she just had these kids. So how many? Hold on. How? I think he has 17, not counting these two. How many children? Okay. No, this is off. No, he has more than 14. He has more than 14. I Hold on. Let me see if Google says the same thing. T- uh, as of 2025. No, he's not even counting. They're not even counting Ashley's child. No, so this is what I'm saying. Look, 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 look. He has a son by Ashley, and then the other girl had two more kids. So he has 17 minus. Hold on. He has 17 minus the kids that Amber has had. Cause I want you to understand, he had 14. He had 14, and then Ashley Simpson. Oh my God, what is Ashley's last name? St. Clair. Ashley St. Clair had his son, and then the other baby mama had two. She had twins through IV, and now you got Amber, who also has twins. So he has 19 children as of now that we know of, because Ashley said that there are other kids that nobody knows about. All right. So I pulled out this article. This was from 2022. Okay. It's very important, 2022, because this is going to make this relevant right here. Amber Heard welcomes twins. Star, as 39 years old, announces arrival of daughter and son and reveals their unusual names. Now, if they got unusual names and she had IVF, you know that this was Elon's doing. Okay. Like to have as many kids as I'm able to. After allegedly fathering twins with employee, Elon Musk reportedly wants Amber Heard to give her daughter to him. After confirmation of fathering twins with his top executive of Neuralink, Chauvin Zios. This is the one that just had twins not too long ago. That's what I say he has 17. He doesn't have no 14. Along with these, Elon Musk allegedly wants Amber Heard to give her daughter to him. I would not give no child to no Elon. A new rumor has resurfaced on the internet regarding the Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk and Aquaman actress Amber Heard after fathering twins last year. And fathering why did they leaving Ashley? Why are they leaving Ashley out of the equation? She had a son by him this year. No, last year. I'm sorry. Sorry, not this year. She announced it on Valentine's Day. She had the son last year. My bad. I had to correct myself. Hold on. After fathering twins last year, fans are wondering about the father, Amber Heard's daughter. What in the world is this name? Onah Page? The rumor comes from the fact during the infamous Amber Heard Journey defamation suit trial when Jennifer Hull, a female Amber's sister Whitney Heard, submitted a statement to the court where an alleged battle occurred between Amber Heard and Elon Musk's frozen embryos. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Boom! Headshot! We got it right here. There you go. There you go. So, they just, mind you, I want to remind you guys, this article was published July the 8th, 2022. 3 years ago. So, Elon's frozen embryos. The full statement of Jennifer Hull was shared on Twitter by Anjanette Levy. On a cross, Whitney Heard is asked by Johnny Depp's lawyer about the relationship with Jennifer Hull, a friend of hers. Hull disputes White House accounts. No, I don't know what this. Hold on. Page shared with me while I was visiting Whitney that Elon Musk had gifted a Tesla or multiple Teslas, not sure if it was one or more, but Amber found out that they were bugged. Really? Page told me that Amber said Elon was controlling, abusive, and that she was in a legal battle with him over the rights to embryos that they had created together. So we know who the pappy. We know who the pappy is, y'all. All right. It was alleged that Amber's sister, Whitney, told Jennifer that she wanted to keep the embryos while Musk wanted them destroyed, and thus ensued the alleged battle of the ownership of the embryos. In the year 2021, Amber Heard had a daughter via surrogacy, which she named Onah Page. Ugh. Amber, however, has never revealed any details of the father and is certified as a sole legal parent. The people, therefore, started wondering about the true parentage of Onah. I could be messing up this child's name. I don't care. Page, and try to find ties with Elon. In other news, Elon child Xavier Alexander Musk is also in court to seek a name change. According to him, well, her. It's a her now. Okay, it's a her, honey. You know, she is working it, honey. Okay, it's a her now. Respect her pronouns. Amber, as rumored. Hold on, where was I? Okay, here we go. So Xavier Alexander Musk is also in court to seek a name change. According to him, he wants no further ties with his father. There have been, however, no response from either Elon or Amber as the rumors paved their way to social media platforms. The couple was reportedly in a romantic relationship from 2015 to 2018. Soon after leaving her ex-husband Johnny Depp behind, she was spotted multiple times with the Tesla CEO. And what happens? Now she got some twins. Y'all. Okay. The actress revealed that she has welcomed a daughter, Agnes, and a son, Ocean. Y'all do know that these children are going to grow up, right? Ocean? Look, Agnes, I don't have a problem with a name with Agnes. But you know that boy going to get teased with a name Ocean, okay? You know that's Elon's name. You know Elon would name. You know this is Elon's doing right here. So you're going to name your son Ocean. Got it. In an Instagram post that she shared on Mother's Day, which is today. The star is now the mother of 3. She also has 4-year-old son Ona. Sorry, 4-year-old daughter, my bad, Ona. She announced their arrival with a photo of her newborn's children's feet. In her post, she reflected on starting a family on her own terms despite my own fertility challenges. Mother's Day 2025 will be one I'll never forget. This year, I am elated beyond words to celebrate the completion of the family I've strived to build for years. Today, I officially shared the news that I welcome twins in a herd game. My daughter, Agnes, and my son, Ocean, are keeping my hands and my heart full. When I had my first baby girl, Ona, 4 years ago, my world changed forever. Did it, girl? Did it? Did it? You're raising these children. I'm telling you, I'm not the kind of woman who is against women who are not with a biological father for whatever reason, as long as there is a competent, respectful father figure in that child's life. Doesn't have to be the biological father. It doesn't, especially if the biological father is a POS. But to not have a biological father, come on now. To not have a father. Sorry, to not have a father in that child's life, it's just bad. It's just really, really bad. Like, why would you do that? It's just not good. But it is what it is. And I saw a video of a woman. She's in Scotland, and she was doing a TikTok video where she was like, and Mike, you know how they have that accent. I can't even do the accent wrong. I can't do the accent right. But she talks about how she's doing a TikTok video, and she says that she went to go pick up a backpack for her 4-year-old son, and he picks up a pink one with unicorns all over it. And the father hears this in the background, and he comes in and said, "Why did you buy that? Why did you get that? Why you didn't get the brown one with the football players on it and the football?" And she said, "Well, because he wanted this pink one." And then they begin to argue on this video that because she did not mean to include him. He just happens to hear her because she was going to brag on TikTok, on Woke Talk, how her son has a pink backpack and he's going to his first day of school tomorrow with this pink backpack. The father hears this and comes and says he's not wearing this. They two have an exchange. She uploads the video, by the way, which is very bad on her part. Don't ever do that, ladies. Don't put your private business on the internet. Why would you do that? That's stupid. I hate when people do that. Mainly women do that. Keep your private stuff private. Stop being so transparent with your private relationships. Anyway, the father was very angry, and he said he's going to go get a brown backpack because if his sons get bullied, it's on her. Now, you know who I blame for that entire exchange? I blame the man. You knew your wife was a daggone, you knew your wife was a libtard when you start screwing her. Y'all know these women that y'all lay down with, and I'm talking to the men right now. You know that they're liberal. You know that. You marry them, and now you're in court trying to fight them from going through transition medication like puberty blockers. Now you're sitting here trying to keep custody of your kids or have a visitation because you miss their pronouns. You misgender them. You marry these women, so you get what you got. So don't sit up here and you'll never get my sympathy. You'll get white people's sympathy because they sympathize with anybody. Hashtag not all. You won't get mine. I'm like, you knew she was a libtard when you lay down with her. and you married her and you had the nerve to have kids with her, and you Christians are just as bad as this other numbnuts. Because I'm sorry, didn't the Bible say you must be with someone that you're equally yoked? So if you're Christian and you get married to an atheist, or you marry somebody who's not Christian, you understand that you are not acting according to your own faith. Because how is somebody who's not Christian is equally yoked with you? How does that work? Huh? How does that work? Huh? How? So anyway, I'm about to go. I may turn this into a video for my other channel. But anyway, hold on, let me close it out. But anyway, I guess what I want to say is that, you know, Amber, those kids gonna turn, those kids gonna be woke as hell. She got 2 girls and a boy. Give it about 5 years, she gonna have a trans child. She's gonna have a trans child, and then she gonna have 3 daughters instead of 2. Watch my word. Watch. Amber is woke. And Elon want to sit up here and talk about something he didn't know his son was going to transition. Yet still, he signed the papers for his son at the time to go through a transition with puberty blockers. These people, I don't know why y'all be swinging from Elon's nuts. He's just much of a libtard as anybody else. Like, I guess you could say who can I compare him to? That yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm so detached from a lot of people on the left. I can't even think of somebody to connect him to. But anyway, Elon has more babies, so there's that. Okay. All right, guys. So there you have it. I might do a video tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. I'm running out of water. Yeah, I'm running out of water. So anyway, guys, did I miss anybody over there on TikTok? I mean, not TikTok. Hi, Blue Tiger. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the comments section. I'll probably have a video uploaded for you guys tomorrow. But anyway, y'all take care. And there will not be a live stream this Tuesday. Okay, I'm trying to fill out to do I'm trying to figure out another day except for Tuesday, because Tuesdays go by so fast, and I don't have the time, so we'll see. Okay, all right. Mwah. Love y'all, mean it. I'll see you guys in the comment section on my next video. Bye.